Hi, it's 3 o'clock and I'd like to call this meeting to order. So let's start with roll call, please.
Mayor Smith,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Schwartz, excused. Trustee Check.
Here.
Trustee Peck,
Here.
trustee Hunter. Here. Trustee Stelter,
Here.
trustee Tarno. Here. You have a quorum.
Great, thank you. Next is approval of the agenda. Anybody have any questions or anything? Okay.
I'd like to approve the agenda.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. We will move on to actions and presentations and start with the special event liquor license.
I'm gonna defer this one to Sam and Ruben.
And I wanna apologize. This is one of those rare ones that's just not the normal way because the school board is a special district, so I apologize for the confusion. We're trying to get everything together really fast so we could help this event out. So everything's in order with it. Kids Pasta Project is gonna do a fundraiser dinner for the West Elk Marathon, West Elk Challenge that's hosted by the Nature Connection. All of the money is going to be given to the Nature Connection. So they just need a special event permit so that the Kids Pasta Project always sells wine along with their meals to raise money.
Could you explain the next day too?
Oh, yeah, so the next day, and they already have their on premises permit that's reviewed by Chief Lavender, sorry, my brain went a little dead there. So that one, they get an on premises one, just getting permission to have alcohol on public property, because they're not selling it, it's a part of the kind of the celebration of everybody finishing the marathon, they'll have lunch and they get to trade in their marathon aprons for a free drink. Just as a, hey, we came a really long way. I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't even happened yet. So that's why that's just an on premises permit because they're not selling it at all. It's just a part of the experience and it's gonna be a town park.
Trustees have questions? Who would like to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve the special events liquor license. Pasta Project. Kids Pasta Project. Sorry.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Great. Move on to presentation number 2, or action number 2, consideration of a formal protest for new water rights measuring rules with the Colorado State Engineer.
Yeah, so this was the last minute addition to this agenda. Kind of makes sense that you guys would say, yeah, we want to go forward with it, or no, we don't, because we are protesting some, we would like to protest. Some rules are coming down from the water engineer division of the state engineer's office that directly affects our source water and how we everything that comes into town. This is something that was offered by our water attorneys, NSW, and they are one of the premier legal groups in the state that does this kind of stuff where there's rules that come down that may affect the municipalities. There's some of them that get front and center behind it, do the protests so they can participate in rulemaking to make some changes. That is what we're asking for you, from you this afternoon. There is kind of a rush on this because our protest needs to be in by 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Anything further from you?
I mean, if you guys have questions, I can try my best to answer them. But I think the best is by looking at the actual protest that has been prepared for us from Sheila and Bill at NSW.
Towards the end.
Correct. It starts on page 27 of the agenda.
And it says 2 sections. 3, 1, 2, 1, 4.
You're looking at the proposed rule.
That we're protesting.
Right?
Yes,
Right.
312 and 314. Yep.
Did you have questions on this?
No.
Okay.
So it's how our source water is measured, how it's decided that we actually, what shares we actually get. That's what.
Comments, questions? Okay. Someone like to make a motion?
Okay, the water attorneys protesting the rules.
Basically, we have a seat at the table while they make the rules, and that's pretty important for us.
Especially for having one of the most complex spring systems in the state. How we get our water is a mix of, Derek, you could probably explain that.
You know, about 32 different springs, not all of those community plays, but. About half of Lamborn is covered in springs that make their way down the plant to various different pipelines. But not the way it does, so it's very complicated.
And what we're finding is that, with this hydro study, that it's not just groundwater, it's also.
Yeah, there's a lot of subsurface springs that are looking at broad. It's not just as simple as water coming up the side of the hill. So.
Yes. Any other questions? There was one question answered. We're ready to make a motion for essentially the town to participate. How would the motion best be worded based on the legal?
I would say direct staff to let the water attorneys know. That the town is ready to protest, file this protest. Something that effect.
I want to add lib.
I'll make a motion, but it's on what he said. I don't know how to word it.
To direct staff to let the water attorneys know that the town is ready to file the protest.
I'll second that.
Great. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna adjourn our special meeting and we'll just take a 5-minute break in between. Well, actually,